In this video, we take a look back at the fighter that I believe is the most complete fighter in boxing history.
When a champion is as physically talented as this man is, his main opponent is himself.
Salvador Sanchez.
The best fight I ever saw, honestly, skill-wise, was a guy by the name of Salvador Sanchez.
Sanchez is the type of fighter, he doesn't need to see an opponent because he's able to adapt to any style, which makes him a very unique fighter.
Every single time I watch Salvador Sanchez, I am mesmerized by how great he is. Sanchez just seems to understand boxing at a level that very few people do. He has breathtaking skills. And in his very early 20s, he was the pound-for-pound king.
Pound for pound, the greatest boxer around today.
Sanchez first came to prominence in his world title challenge against Danny Little Red Lopez. This would be the first time boxing fans would realize they were witnessing sheer greatness. Hall of Fame trainer Angelo Dundee warned everyone that the underdog Sanchez had a lot of talent.
I make it a very difficult fight. Sanchez punches with both hands. He's a very difficult opponent for Danny Red Lopez.
The first round set the tone of the fight.
And we're underway with first round action scheduled for 15.
From the outset, Sanchez began taking Lopez apart.
Good right hand and a scoring combination from Sanchez and a left hook land. Sanchez with remarkable poise for a 21-year-old. He really looks like a very mature young man.
Sanchez displays everything you want to see in a great fighter in this fight.
Psych the kid, but he's getting hit with really tough shots.
And he survived it.
But he was no puncher. This kid is a puncher.
Everybody realizes pretty early that this fight is a clinic. Notice the amazing head movement and upper body movement of Sanchez. He has such a fluid and unique style.
Because he comes in there, it's either you or him.
The jab is also a constant weapon.
Final seconds of this first round. Salvador Sanchez, the challenger from Mexico City.
Sanchez is the highest level of technician. Once he has his timing down, it's like target practice.
First round action, and Sanchez has certainly been the aggressor and has scored heavily.
From very early on in the fight, it was clear that Sanchez had Lopez timed perfectly. Lopez was a pressure fighter whose main attributes were toughness and heart.
And from Sanchez again, Lopez has yet to really score.
Notice how he just can't handle the head movements of Sanchez.
Around real well, away from the right hand, which is smart. And he's hurting Lopez.
Every time they get into exchanges, Sanchez gets the better of it.
You should play cat and mouse games and don't gamble with Lopez. It's the worst thing you can do.
With the jab consistently finding its mark, Sanchez began countering Lopez very hard.
He has his own personal physician who attends all his workouts. Now combination from Lopez sends Sanchez back to the rope.
They believe they start again.
Lopez coming on here near the end of round 2 in the final seconds with Lopez landing the combination. The crowd coming to its feet.
Sanchez.
Hey, if you're a renter in Canada and you're struggling with heavy credit card debt, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, I just want to share some numbers with you here. $23,000 on a Scotiabank card, then we got $17,000 on a Canadian Tire card. Oh, this is crazy. $660 minimum payment due that month.
Does a lot of high-level stuff. Notice how he lands this lead left hook to the body, and notice how he sets up a perfect inside uppercut off his head movement.
Good, sharp left again.
Lopez's right eye was really starting to swell up at this point.
Sanchez would like to use all of it. He moves awfully well.
Sanchez continued to demonstrate next-level movements and his very effective jab.
30 victories. Tim Bryant, Angelo Dundee, Dick Stockton, and Phoenix.
Sanchez was just unable to miss Lopez with virtually everything he threw.
Good right hand.
The right hand was really landing cleanly throughout the fight.
Right hand again.
Sanchez can't let his Mexican hang out. He's got to play a cat and mouse game. Boxer don't trade with Lopez or he's going to get knocked out.
Lopez was a warrior though, and he never gave up trying.
But Lopez did not go down.
Lopez just Sustained a cut over his right eye. Doesn't look bad, but it just opened up.
Right hand landed.
But he must have been thinking to himself, damn, this guy is good.
Red Lopez is hurt for the first time. First time I see him this hurt.
Lopez takes another combination from Sanchez.
The eye damage on Lopez was looking very significant, and it didn't look like he was going to make it the distance.
Sanchez throwing them well, very straight. With the champion taking most of the punishment.
Sanchez was now in full flow, and the right hand was landing repeatedly on Lopez.
Oh, he's in real bad trouble, Tim. He's got to come up with the best survival test of all time because this kid is hurting him with every punch now.
It's pretty insane how Lopez just walks through some of these punches.
That's fighting a great fight, smart fight.
But he was getting hurt.
Great champion Lopez. Sanchez rocked Lopez back once more with a left hand. Galen Ayala suffered a broken nose earlier in that fight.
But Tim, young 21-year-old kid, he's having everything his own way. He's winning the fight, but he's got to fight a cat and mouse game. He's got to move. He's not moving enough right now.
Notice how beautiful this uppercut is.
That right uppercut was a devastating punch that kid threw right now.
Some of Sanchez's work just makes you speechless.
He has been well trained.
The doctor was taking a closer look at the eye of Lopez, and it looked like it was now a question of whether the doctor would stop the fight or Lopez would end up getting knocked out. Keep in mind, Sanchez was an unknown underdog, and to come in and produce a performance like this at the age of 21 was just unbelievable. The beatdown continued. Sanchez was able to land counter after counter.
There were about 10 seconds left in the round as we recall it from looking up, and Sanchez trying to finish off the champion.
Well, it's remarkable.
One thing Lopez had was elite durability, but he wasn't the best, technically.
And you were going to a station break at the end of this 7th round.
Notice he just can't get out of the way of the right hand.
He's been a great champion.
Sanchez is the number 1 rated. Right hand from Sanchez caught Lopez coming in on the attack.
Tim, he's hitting him with a great right hand counter. He's catching the right hand with the glove and counter with his own right hand.
The unique movements and next level skills of Sanchez are insane.
Lopez on the attack, somewhat desperately here in round 7.
After the doctor took one more look at the eye,
Dr. Lake has allowed the champion to continue once more.
Sanchez started opening up with slick punches and hurt Lopez again.
Intermating in a combination from Sanchez scoring. Like a tremendously exciting featherweight championship fight. The champion on the right in black. The challenger, Sanchez.
Lopez was hurt for the first time badly.
As I watch Sanchez fights, I keep coming back to his poise. He never loses focus. The commentators understand what a great trait this is to have, especially in a 21-year-old fighter.
The difference is this kid is fighting the fight. He's tall, he's moving away. He's not giving him a chance to land the big bomb.
Doesn't seem to be bothering him at all. Look at him jab coming out the rope.
This kind of fights are long-distance fights where you're taking a licking. They don't do nobody no good.
The champion, how much of an effect has it had?
Big effect.
The fight was becoming uncomfortable to watch at this point.
Hagler and Lucy Tamani. That's on our card. We've given only 2 to Lopez. Sanchez scoring with a combination. Right hand to the cheekbone of Lopez from Sanchez. Another one.
Lopez had taken a brutal beating, and it was obvious to everyone watching that he had no chance of winning.
For sure, and he is ranked number 1 by the WBC, and he is showing why in this fight.
Lopez can't wait on this kid because he's going to just take a bad licking all night long.
10.
Everybody realized the end was near. Sanchez ramped it up and started looking for the finish now.
Great right. Sanchez with Lopez in his corner, in the Sanchez corner, trying to finish him here. Look at this youngster slug. Dangerous territory against Danny Lopez, but Sanchez fighting with a lot of confidence.
Lopez was in trouble.
Rest a little bit.
A lot of blood from that cut over the right eye. Solid right hand.
The left eye, you can't see the right hand coming, actually, Tim.
Good point, because he just took another one and we had a good look at
can't
it.
see it coming. And this kid's smart enough to take advantage of it.
He is hurt, isn't he?
He's really
hurt. Sanchez, the referee's going to stop it. The referee's going to stop it. That's it. There is a new featherweight world champion. WBC version, Salvador Sanchez from Mexico City as referee.
I thought the stoppage was good. Lopez had zero chance, and the accuracy of Sanchez's punches meant he was taking a brutal beating.
The right hand did the whole job, Tim.
It was that punch.
Sanchez was now a hero in Mexico, and with one performance, he had created arguments amongst boxing fans as to who was the best fighter, pound for pound, in the sport.
How can a 21-year-old fight such a brilliant fight strategically?
Boxearlo así, con rapidez, sin quedarse en las cuerdas, y sobre todo con inteligencia.
With a lot of intelligence, staying off the ropes and boxing.
The unison made the core pack.
Unison.